The school bus driver handed my 7-year-old a phone number and said, "Call this if your mom doesn't come home tonight." My daughter Sophia came through the front door clutching a crumpled piece of paper, her backpack dragging on the floor behind her. "Daddy, the bus driver gave me this." She held out the paper with small hands that were still sticky from whatever snack they'd had at school. I took it from her, my mind not fully processing what I was reading at first. A phone number written in shaky handwriting and below it, "Emergency contact. Use if your mother doesn't come home. Don't tell anyone else." My heart started pounding as I knelt down to Sophia's level. "Sweetheart, what exactly did the bus driver say when she gave you this?" Sophia's face scrunched up as she tried to remember the exact words. She said, "Mommy might not come home tonight, and I should call that number if she doesn't. She said it was a secret, and I shouldn't tell anyone. But I can tell you because you're my daddy." "Was it Mrs. Patterson, the regular driver?" Sophia nodded enthusiastically. "Yeah, she's always nice and gives us stickers when we're good." Mrs. Patterson had been driving Sophia's bus route for 2 years, a pleasant woman in her 50s who I'd exchanged pleasantries with dozens of times. Why would she give my daughter a cryptic message about my wife not coming home? "Is Mommy home?" Sophia asked, starting to look worried. I forced myself to smile. "Yes, sweetie. Mommy's just upstairs working. Why don't you go wash your hands and I'll get you a snack?" As soon as Sophia ran toward the bathroom, I pulled out my phone and called my wife, Julia. She answered on the second ring, sounding distracted. "Hey, what's up? I'm in the middle of something." Her voice was normal, alive, completely fine. "Are you okay? Where are you?" The urgency in my voice must have alarmed her because her tone changed immediately. "I'm in my office upstairs." "What's wrong?" Relief flooded through me. "Nothing. I'll explain in a minute." Julia came downstairs 5 minutes later, concern etched on her face. "What's going on? You sounded panicked." I showed her the paper and explained what Sophia had told me. Julia's face went white. Why would Mrs. Patterson give this to Sophia? What does she think is going to happen to me? We stood in the kitchen staring at each other, both trying to make sense of something that made no sense. "Should we call the number?" Julia asked, her hand trembling. I shook my head. "Not yet. Let me call the school first." I dialed the elementary school's main office and asked to speak to the principal. Mrs. O'Donnelly came on the line sounding cheerful until I explained why I was calling. "I'm sorry, Mr. Harrison, but I don't understand. Mrs. Patterson has been a model employee for 8 years. There must be some misunderstanding." I read her the exact wording of the note, and there was a long silence. "Mr. Harrison, I'm going to need you to bring that note to the school tomorrow morning. In the meantime, I'll speak with Mrs. Patterson and get to the bottom of this." That night, Julia and I couldn't sleep. We lay in bed staring at the ceiling, both jumping at every small sound. What if she knows something we don't? Julia whispered in the darkness. What if there's some threat against me that we're not aware of? Around 2 a.m., my phone buzzed with a text from an unknown number. "Don't go to the school tomorrow. Don't tell them about the note. Your wife is in danger and the school is involved. Meet me at Riverside Park at 6 a.m. Come alone, Mrs. Patterson." I showed the text to Julia. "This is insane," she said, her voice rising with panic. "Should we call the police?" I didn't know what to do. "Let me go to the park and hear what she has to say. If it's nothing, we'll report it. If there's something real going on, at least we'll know what we're dealing with." At 5:30 a.m., I kissed Julia and Sophia goodbye and drove to Riverside Park. Mrs. Patterson was sitting on a bench near the river, looking 10 years older than she had the last time I'd seen her. "Mr. Harrison, thank you for coming," she said as I approached, her voice shaking. "I know this seems crazy, but you need to listen to everything I'm going to tell you." I sat down on the bench, my phone in my pocket with 911 ready to dial. "Start talking." Mrs. Patterson took a deep breath. 3 weeks ago, I was driving my regular route when I overheard 2 school administrators talking about your wife. They didn't know I could hear them through the open window of the bus while I was parked outside the school. She pulled out her phone and showed me a voice recording. I recorded part of their conversation. Listen. The audio was muffled but audible. 2 voices, one male and one female, discussing something that made my blood run cold. "Julia Harrison's audit is getting too close. She's going to find the discrepancies in the construction fund." The male voice sounded frustrated. "We need to handle this before she presents her findings to the board next week." The female voice responded, "What do you suggest?" The male voice got quieter. "There are other ways to handle problems. My brother-in-law works for a company that specializes in making problems disappear.